there'll be some level of whitewater up here too, I assume, right?
Right. I mean, you'll have your water coming over this rim,
Yeah.
funneled into this.
Now, how deep will the water generally be coming over there? What's...
I have no. To be honest with you, I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know. I honestly don't. Over the weir itself, you'll have several inches to several feet because the weir is just a little bit lower than the dam is now. So this structure becomes the primary passage of water.
Over here, yeah.
I mean, this whole thing as a whole.
Oh, it's all coming over, right?
Yeah, this whole thing will...
Where the walk goes all the way across there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weir, so that'll almost always have water running over it.
Now, does that actually qualify as a dam then too?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, starting where the walls are, all the way around, was actually the new dam.
Yeah, that's what costs so much money to put in, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, that gives you all kinds of special things you have to do.
So now this is the main shot.
Correct.
And there'll be a drop here. Probably looks like maybe a little class 1, class 2 right there, huh? And then, so, and this will be pretty much like this all the way through, pretty much straight shot without much in the way of...
Correct.
Yeah.
As you can see, you know, you go down there, you see the bigger island and then the dirt behind it.
Yeah.
The main channel's to the left. My understanding is that a canoe should be able to come in and literally you can ride it through. It should stay.
If you stay to the left,
it should stay to the left automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take a look, see, you can see all the rocks just underneath the surface.
Yeah.
See, so the water's really being funneled right between those two, between these, and then it does the same thing there again.
Will that actually be a drop then, do you think?
Very little.
It'll just be faster water in there.
Yeah, you're just funneling the water in and opening it, and funneling it and opening it. You know, that's all it is. This is kind of a deep pool over here. These are fairly deep.
Well, what we particularly like about this is there's fairly large eddy areas because when boats are coming through, there are going to be people waiting to go up and play up here. And they'll all be sitting in this eddy on both sides probably here.
Yeah.
And they'll ferry across this wave and then go up and play in the...
Yeah, talking to some other people, I'm beginning to understand that, especially with the kayakers, that you guys just kind of all intermingle and work around each other and so on, that it's not a, here, let's go float through this thing and then go walk back and start over again.
Now you play for quite a while.
Yeah. Like I said, I've had others who have stopped and have talked to me and stuff, and I'm beginning to understand that you can have lots of boats in even this small of an area.
Well, that's going to be the question, I think, is I know George Hollenbeck is bidding on the concession here, and he's quite concerned about just the total amount of traffic coming through because there's no way to control the numbers. Anybody who wants to come through can come through.
Right.
And if you got rafts and kayaks and canoes and tubers and everything else, it's going to be interesting.
Now, I had a gentleman stop last year that was from Wausau, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Who manages the Whitewater one?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh good.
And he says it's behind an island. It's what they call a chute on the Wisconsin River.
I've paddled it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he said the Corps has a control structure. He said, what? It's about as long as this, or not quite?
My guess is similar.
Yeah. He says on weekends, he says I got 150 people in there at a time.
Oh yeah. Easy.
He says it's like somebody dumped a box of crayons on the ground.
Yeah.
He says it's just full of people. He says you're going to get that.
Yeah, I think so.
He says this place is going to be the same way.
Yep. What do you think of it?
He was impressed, and it was bone dry.
That's good.
He walked around, I walked around, gave him a tour, and he says, well, whoever designed this knew what they were doing.
That's good.
So I felt pretty good. A little bit, you can kind of see the rocks just below the surface.
Yeah.
So there's the entrance, and this one is a different design than that one. This one has several little pools and stuff in it, more so than that one did.
So there's like 2 or 3 drops in here then?
Yeah, but more like a high rock into a little pool, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
Rather than just,
yeah.
You know, and then you have a big final drop at the very end. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's good. And so that'll be right down here where the island is there and across.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, the water's clear enough right now. You can kind of see the rocks down in the water.
Yeah. And then.
So the main channel here is actually on the other side of that rock sticking out. So you have all kinds of little back eddy areas in this one.
This would be great.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of us want to do is use it for instruction.
Right.
And so people can edit out in here, and you can play around, presumably on these drops here, and this would be a great place for beginning instruction.
And in this cluster of rocks here, literally is set up almost like a little bit of a dock, because they're kind of stair-step down. So you can come up here with your kayak and actually get out.
Yeah, and walk up here and watch while people are doing stuff. Well,
this one right here is going to be an interesting place to stand.
Yeah, this is great.
Because you're going to sit here, you're going to have the river rushing by you here, and you're going to have the water rushing by you here, and you can look right up into the dam.
Yeah, this would be a popular spot.
Yeah.
So they have anything projected to go here other than just this?
No, as far as I know, this is all that's...
Not like any...
No, see, the trouble is down here, you don't want to put too much because this will get overswept.
Can be washed, yeah.
Yeah, this will get overswept at times, so...
Yeah, the thing that everybody's going to want to do, at least the Whitewater people, is to talk about competition here and what they'd have to do to set up gates and that kind of thing.
And unfortunately, this is not... There's not a whole lot of overhead here to do anything like that.
They'd have to put in temporary poles or something.
Yeah, and that's going to be kind of tough with what's down underneath there, so...
Yeah, if they wanted to do that, how would it actually be gone about, do you think? See, what they need is like a series of pipes, which would be maybe, they're usually 10 feet off the ground, and they hang like they would be running a line across from one side to the other, and then they hold and they drop plastic pipes down, which people then run through, and they're not supposed to touch them, kind of thing.
Right.
So it'd be great if there were some way that on a continuing basis, probably they could put in a socket for a pipe somewhere, like in this stuff. I would assume you could do that.
Yeah, but if at this point that's not planned for. The bridge, the final phase of this is kind of tentatively looking at fall to be bid, and then this thing will be done. So then we'll get our bridge across and get full access onto this. So in the meantime, this will just be accessible by people in a boat or who wade over here.
Ah, okay.
But eventually it'll be, full public access.